Hello and welcome to the Gooner Vibe. This is again Varun representing our team, and I wanted to take a little bit of more time to do this post the Liverpool and United game. This is the post-match highlights and talk around Arsenal against Brighton. That Arsenal won comfortably 2-0. We'll go into the depth of it in a minute, but I think just to soak everything in, after the tough week last weekend where Arsenal lost, City came back winning against Luton, all other rivals, winning their matches. I think it was absolutely necessary for Arsenal to come back, bounce back to get the win. Brighton were a really, 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 really great side, never to be underestimated. Arsenal have lost 3 consecutive games at the Emirates against Brighton. So to turn that tide, it was absolutely necessary to put in the gear that we needed and deliver. And my word, they did. So just to look at the stats, I mean, going based on the team, looking at the lineup. I think Arsenal put up the strongest lineup that they have of all the players fit and available. So it was Raya at the back, White, Saliba, Gabriel Zinchenko, as we usually are, aware of, and then Rice playing the six, and then Odegaard and Kai Havertz played as a number 8. I was a little on the fence about Kai Havertz and his effectiveness, and boy, he has proved me wrong. So I am obliged that he has taken the game to the next level and he has shown his true worth. So now it feels like we got a great deal from Chelsea, right? Mason Mount went to United for 60 million, has been virtually absent due to form and injuries, whereas Kai Havertz initially had a slow start, but his finish was just exquisite. So I'm super excited about Kai Havertz right now and the outlet that he's providing. And then, of course, top three, which is Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka, like our firepower up front. As you know, Brighton, very good side, a solid defensive side. They've not 32 games on the bounce. They have scored goals, and this was the 33rd game where Arsenal actually stopped them on the tracks. First half, we were absolutely amazing. Uh, High intensity game, high pressing from Arsenal. The only constructive criticism from my side is we lacked that cutting edge in front of goal. We could have easily been 2 to 3 nil up in the first half. Martinelli had chances, Jesus had chances, Odegaard had like gifts, to score on his birthday, but none of it worked. It was 0-0. It was very underwhelming with such high intensity that Arsenal had, that we were not up by the halftime. So we were absolutely tremendous, intensity wise on, both the halves, in both the halves. And just looking at the momentum ticker, we were dominant, right? Brighton, if you heard Roberto De Zerbi's interview, he basically said Brighton couldn't even play for like almost 85 minutes. Like the only attack they had was after 85 minutes, that they had a one shot on goal, right? So if you look at the stats, possession was absolutely 50-50. Our XG was 2.36 versus theirs 0.69. We had 26 shots total versus Brighton's 6. And shots on target, we have 9 versus Brighton's 1. So imagine out of those 9, we could have easily converted 3 or 4 more. The scoreline 2-0 is very kind to Brighton, in my opinion. Arsenal deserve to win with a very big margin. And I feel, my personal opinion is, this was actually Arsenal's one of the top performances of the season in the Premier League. We were like in another gear for this game. So all in all, great goals by Jesus. Jesus deserved a goal. Jesus's statistic is in the Premier League across Man City and Arsenal, 59 games played, 54 games won in which he has scored, 5 draws, 0 defeats. So that is absolutely a critical statistic. Every game that Jesus has scored, he has never lost the game. So he's either won 54 of them or just drawn 5 of them. Amazing and crazy statistic. And then the other positive thing I liked was Nketiah, who I've been a little critical of, provided a gem of an assist, and Kai Havertz just finished it. So, and it was not like a goal or a consolation goal that Havertz scored, after going 3-0 and things like that. If you look at his consistency over the last 4 games, that 1-0, the 89th minute winner against Brentford, absolutely critical. He got, a consolation goal against Lens. He came with another goal, important goal at Luton. If you remember, it was a turning point. He made it 3-3. And then if you come back 4 games on the bounce, the goal against Brighton actually killed any chances that Brighton had to win or even get a point from this game. So absolutely massive weekend for Arsenal. I'm so happy that Arsenal have composed themselves, pacing themselves this season versus going as a high-speed train last season and then getting stopped in the tracks. And then we are slowly pacing our energy. We are like, getting 2-0s, 1-0, 2-1s here and there, but raking up the points. Right. And then the other amazing result that happened yesterday was Man City, who look a shadow of themselves. They were 2-0 and cruising against Crystal Palace until 75 minutes. And then they concede a goal in 75 minutes and then a 95th minute equalizer penalty from Olise. And they dropped 2 points at the Etihad. So this, and then Liverpool, who are so in form, get stopped by a shadow of themselves, Man United, who come back with a point from Anfield. So it is a great win for Arsenal and also a great weekend because the top 2 rivals have, dropped points. Aston Villa almost lost their game as well against Brentford, but they came back with a goal in extra time to claw back 3 points. So right now the table looks like Arsenal played 17, won 12, goal difference plus 20, conceded only 15, 39 points top. Liverpool played 17, win 11, goal difference plus 21, conceded again only 15. Though so Liverpool and Arsenal are toe and toe in terms of goals conceded, the meanest defenses in the league, and then 38 points. So they're just 1 point behind. This sets up exquisitely for the mouth-watering clash at Anfield, a place that I'm scared of. Because last season, this is where I exactly felt that we lost the league. I had predicted to all the Gunners community, at least that I'm connected to, that those 3 points, the 2-0 lead that we had, and the way we conceded, and the way we came back with a point, and that was basically the momentum getting lost in our league. Last year, our downfall started at Anfield. So I want us to correct, make amends this season. My goal or my prediction is come back at least with a point, basically avoid defeat. Uh, a win would be a bonus, definitely. That'll be a blow 1-1 to our direct rivals this season, Liverpool. And Man City are, as we saw, the last 6 games, they only have 1 win. Uh, in the league, it's only 1 win. They have 4 draws, 1 defeat, and 1 win, which is against Luton. So if you see Crystal Palace 2-2, Luton, they won barely. Aston Villa, they lost. Spurs and themselves 3-3. Liverpool and City 1-1, and then Chelsea and Man City 4-4. So they are on, out of the last 6 Premier League games, they are actually 4 draws, 1 defeat, and a win. They've dropped so many points. Like, this is unlike Man City. Like, they look a shadow of themselves, but you can never underestimate Man City. They will click on the business end of the season. So it is as important for us to build momentum for this weekend One other advantage Arsenal and Liverpool have over Man City is Man City don't play this weekend, right? They are busy with the Club World Cup and their game will be postponed. So if you notice, City won't be playing on the 23rd weekend. Their match against Brentford has been cancelled or like postponed. Arsenal will play Liverpool at Anfield. Absolutely critical that we come back with at least a point. A win would be a bonus. But with the template that United followed yesterday, things are possible. You know, the form that we both teams are in, any result could, it could be either a Liverpool win, Arsenal win, or a draw, right? It could go in any way this time around. So that's the most important clash of this weekend. Um, Everybody else, I think it's a three-horse race: Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City. The dark horse, of course, is Aston Villa. They don't have the experience to run the distance, but I think a fourth horse causing a little drama is actually really good for Arsenal, right? Let the pressure is off of Arsenal. We are not even talking about the title. Keep the momentum, be at the top in March and April within the top two, and we have a chance, right? Let's take that conservative approach and let's go for the title at that time. So great win, great performance. And then the other last thing I wanted to talk about is the round of 16 draw is out for Champions League for Arsenal, and they draw FC Porto. A better draw than what could have been for us. There were a lot of big teams there. There was Napoli, there was PSG, there was Dortmund, and all these teams were there that we could have drawn. And I think we have managed to draw Porto. City also has an easier, favorable draw. They have, I think, Copenhagen. So let's see, how it goes. I'm also my target for Arsenal should be at least the semifinals of the Champions League and attempt to go for the title as well. So that should be Arteta's goals, and that should be it for this. I will cover more about the transfer rumors. We will do exclusive transfer rumor gossip sessions when the transfer window opens, the beginning of January, and hopefully, we will have more to cover during that time. So talk to you guys soon after the Liverpool game. Uh, Take care. Keep watching the Gunnar Vibe. Keep listening to it on Spotify. If you have our channel, follow it and do subscribe to it. Thanks for supporting everyone, and we will be back with more amazing content in the coming weeks. Take care. Thank you, and stay safe.